Good morning, people. You know who it is. Tay Wiz coming live from the Man Cave as usual. For those who are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, my Twitter page, please feel free to do so now at TAE_WIGGS. I keep up on the latest scores, news stats, and transactions going on right now in the 2017 NBA free agency pool right now. So right now, to just jump off things right now, you do have 4 games coming on tonight. You got one starting at 11 a.m. You got the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Miami Heat in Orlando Magic Summer League. Follow up the second game with that quadruple header. The Orlando Magic's taking on the Indiana Pacers at 1 o'clock. The New York Knicks will be playing the Dallas Mavericks at 3. Then you got the OKC Thunder taking on the Detroit Pistons at 5 o'clock in that Summer League. That all is on NBA TV. You can get to see the showcase of the rookies going on right now. So I do got a couple of things I need to talk about right now. First and foremost, I know everybody's seeing the Blake Griffin deal that the Clippers said, you know what? We can't afford to lose you. Hey, Blake, hey, take this deal. We're going to give you the 5-year deal, $173 million. They was like, all right. He's like, cool, I'll take that deal. So the one thing the Clippers do need to address, they do have a nice little backcourt now. Now, even though Chris Paul is gone, you still lose a nice key part of your offense. The floor general is gone. So you still got to address the small forward spot, and they may be losing J.J. Redick that I heard today to the Philadelphia 76ers. So you know Joel Embiid, like, trust the process. He's like, it's a playoff spot open. So that team probably going to be hungry for a playoff spot. But the one thing I do want to get to talk about this morning is, did y'all see the OKC Thunder pull out the splash trade to land Paul George? And they got Paul George for a little or nothing. You traded away Victor Oladipo and and Sabonis. So you got rid of Domantas Sabonis and you got Victor Oladipo to Indiana. The crazy thing, though, Victor Oladipo did play basketball in college at Indiana University. So I feel like more like at home to him now. Hopefully he can stay with the team now, because we know it didn't work out in Orlando. We know it didn't work out in OKC. Now you're on your 3rd team now within a 2-year span. So let's see how this goes for the Pacers. But I feel like the Thunder actually made a great move. The one name I will throw out there for the Thunder, if they can do this, if they can find some way to land Rudy Gay, that's a long team right there. You can put Rudy Gay at the power forward spot as a stretch forward big. Then you got Paul George at the 3. You have, what's the name of the 2? Andre Roberson at the 2. Then you have, of course, Russell Westbrook at the 1. You got Steven Adams in the middle. If they can find some way to get Rudy Gay and also retain Taj Gibson, I think that team could bring a lot of trouble to a lot of the other teams in the West. Because why not for Russell Westbrook? That team got a lot to offer. Paul George, that was a deal. I didn't see that coming, because I always talk about the possible other teams that where he can land. It was like L.A., Boston, Miami, Cleveland, or Houston. So I'm looking like this trade came out of nowhere last night, and I won't be surprised if they trade Paul George again by the All-Star break, maybe to the Lakers. Maybe he played his 1 year out. Maybe he said, you know what, after this 1 year is up, well, OKC, maybe I can sign my contract extension here. Because one thing they're not telling you guys, Russell Westbrook will be a free agent after this season, this coming season coming up. So just be on the lookout for that. Maybe both of them guys head to L.A., the destination spot, La La Land, Cameron Lights. You know, Russell Westbrook is already in the fashion world. He's a big star icon right now. So why not go to an even bigger market where you could be more successful? So just to put that out there in y'all ear. Ricky Rubio. I knew he was going to get traded because Minnesota been trying to get rid of Ricky Rubio for the last 4 years. They traded him to Utah for a 2018 first-round draft pick. So Minnesota got a draft pick. Thibodeau is a great coach. He's a mastermind. So like I told everybody yesterday, this is going to happen. Ricky Rubio is going to get traded, and Jeff Teague was going to get picked up by the Timberwolves. And Jeff Teague signed a contract for a 3-year deal, $57 million. So they got their point guard. They got their two, Andrew Wiggins. You got your three, Jimmy Butler. You got your four, Karl-Anthony Towns, and you got Gordan Dang at the center. Not too bad of a lineup. I think they should go out there and look for another valuable piece, another scorer come off the bench, because a player like Shabazz Muhammad probably won't be enough. You need another elite player out there, somebody who don't mind coming off the bench and give you like a 10 to 15 points out there per game. Next person I want to talk about in this free agency thing is John Wall getting the super max, a 4-year deal, $107 million to stay with the Wizards. If I was John Wall, I would take my time on this contract just to see how everything play out first before you sign the big money. I'm not saying he had to go sign it right then and there, but I would say just take my time and see what else has happened. Because in a couple of years, he would be a free agent. I wouldn't be surprised if he go to a team like the Pelicans or come back home and play for the Charlotte Hornets. So he has options. The Wizards are smart. So you know what? If they can match anything another team give him. Oh, you want a 5-year deal for $190? We can do that. So anything is possible right now in this free agency market. So John Wall, he may sign it. If I was John Wall, if I was in his shoes, I would definitely take my time. The next person, Drew Holiday, signed a 5-year deal back with the Pelicans for $126 million. That's a lot of money for a point guard. I still think they missing some key pieces. That team still will get stronger coming off the bench. They got DeMarcus Cousins. They got Anthony Davis. You got Solomon Hill. Solomon Hill, he's a nice 3, but Solomon Hill is more of a player who should come off the bench. I think they need to go after a player like a Rudy Gay to get him to solidify more minutes and give them more. But the only thing about Rudy Gay, he has to stay healthy. You know, Rudy Gay he's been hurt for the last 2 or 3 seasons. So I feel like a healthy Rudy Gay would get them over the hump. Next person we'll talk about, I should have started the show off with this one. The super max deal contract. Stephen Wardell Curry. 5-year deal, $201 million, making him the highest paid player in the NBA. $44 million per year. Man, if you the shirt I have on, scuba diver shirt, man, these NBA players are swimming to the money. I have nothing but respect for players who getting these deals. Some players I feel like got low ball out of the deals. I'm gonna say, for instance, Sean Livingston. He signed a 3-year deal for $24 million. He could have squeezed him some more because he never had a max contract. You know, due to he had that gruesome leg injury in his rookie season in the Clippers when he broke his leg under the kneecap. They thought he had to get his leg amputated, but by the grace of God, things work in mysterious ways. He's a 2-time NBA champion. I thought he should have waited a little bit more. He could have tested the field and see what other teams was talking about. But at the end of the day, for certain players, it's not about the money. It's all about getting championship rings. And right now, I can understand what Sean Livingston doing as in getting the NBA championship rings. Hey, I'm going to get paid regardless because I get the bonus checks from the playoffs for each round. If you win a championship, that's another bonus. Maybe after he's not going to play the full 3 years there. That's the funny thing. They're going to find some way. They probably trade him or something like that. I can see him going to another team, but he should have been somewhere else and got like a 4-year deal for $55 million. But like I said, it's not about the money. It's all about the wins. So kudos to Sean Livingston. And just say, you know what? I'm going to take a little pay cut so we can find some way so we can retain Andre Iguodala. From what I'm hearing, that Andre Iguodala may not talk to the Warriors. If he signed with the Spurs or a team like that or the Sacramento Kings, he's getting paid. Why not do it? Or I wouldn't be surprised if we go back to 76ers, a nice young team. He could bring that championship and playoff pedigree to a team like that. If Andre Iguodala decide to leave, I can see the Warriors definitely going heavy chasing after Rudy Gay. Like I said, stretch. He can play the stretch 4, he can play the 3, and he can play some 2. So that'd be still a longer team with the emergence of a Patrick McCaw too, that's coming off well. Next person I want to talk about, Tony Snell signed a 4-year deal to stay with the Bucks for $46 million. Not too bad for a young guy. Well deserving. You got to keep something to keep that young core together in Milwaukee. Now, the whole thing about that, Jabari Parker come back from injury this year. Can he stay healthy to get that team over the hump to make it out the first round of the playoffs? So that's still yet to be seen too. So Patty Mills agreed to a 4-year deal for $50 million to stay with the Spurs. The Spurs like, you know what, we can't afford to lose you. We definitely did the right thing due to the key injury of Tony Parker coming off in the playoffs against that Spurs series. So basically, you know what, if Tony Parker don't start this season, Patty Mills will be your starter, and 9 times out of 10, Tony Parker will come off the bench as the backup point guard. Still not bad at all. Jeff T, I already explained about him, his 3-year deal, $57 million to the Timberwolves. Like I said, that's a great pickup. I still think the Timberwolves need to still go out there and find another shooter, come off the bench. Hey, go look at a JJ Redick. It's pieces out there. There's other guys out there that can get it going. I thought the Rockets did a smart thing by retaining Nene to a 4-year deal for $15 million. That's a veteran. That's a huge veteran discount. And they got Chris Paul, Eric Gordon, so you still get you big. So don't be surprised if a team like that go look for a backup point guard. Don't be surprised if Derrick Rose may head down there. You never know what these players are thinking right now in the offseason. So I got word just coming in. I just heard about George Hill may be signing with the New York Knicks. New York Knicks are hungry for a player right now. George Hill like, hey, I'll go to New York, win or lose, no situation, playoffs. To definitely go get that check. The Bulls did release veteran point guard Rajon Rondo, and then the Hawks followed up by releasing Mike Dunleavy. They're trying to keep cap space for these guys. And for Mauricio Alberto, the Chicago Bulls power forward / center signed a 3-year deal for $32 million. So they're trying to keep the pieces in. So right now, everybody keep wondering what the Cavaliers are going to do. The Cavaliers right now has no GM, no assistant GM. Cavaliers right now are a dark horse. By the end of the day, or I'm going to say Sunday, Carmelo Anthony may be bought out. If Carmelo Anthony be bought out, he may be heading to the Cleveland Cavaliers. If he get bought out head to Cleveland, don't be surprised if the Chicago Bulls buy Dwayne Wade out, and Dwayne Wade hits the Cleveland as well. But the Cavaliers at first need to find a rim protector, another 3, and another point guard. So they need a point guard, a small forward, and another rim protector. You need that bully. Imagine the Cavaliers make a trade. I'm just saying, for instance, you trade Iman Shumpert and Tristan Thompson for DeMarcus Cousins. Then you find some way to get Carmelo Anthony on your team to go along with the Cavaliers. Right now, the East is depleted on talent. Most of the Eastern Conference guys headed west. Who knows what Kyle Lowry going to do? I think he's going to sign a lesser deal to stay with the Toronto Raptors, maybe a 2-3 year deal, probably no more than about north of $44 million or $45 million. That's just my guess. So there's a lot of things going on right now in the NBA in this free agency pool. So don't be surprised if one of these teams make a big splash. But right now, the Cavaliers is looking like the dark horse in the East. They will make a move, if not today or tomorrow Monday. It's still early. Yes, you can sign your players today on July 1st, but the contracts do not come to real to July 7th. So once those contracts come to life, June 7th, July 7th, that's when everything's going to get really serious. I still think the Cavaliers are going to do something real sneaky. I still think the Cavaliers is going to land a Carmelo Anthony and probably trying to make a move to get DeMarcus Cousins. Paul Millsap now is picking up heavy interest as well from the Phoenix Suns. Paul Millsap got on the Phoenix. That's not a bad look right there to send him there. So anything is possible at this rate is going right now. Names is flying everywhere. Like I said today, Gordon Hayward supposed to be meeting with the Miami Heat and Sunday with the Boston Celtics. But me personally, I think the Utah Jazz may keep him. The Utah Jazz could probably throw an offer out there to him for about 5 years, $190 million. Who knows? We're going to see. You knew who I am. Coming live from the Man Cave, Tay Wiz. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and Twitter page at TAE_WIGGS. The name is right there on the screen, folks. So let's do it. Y'all have a blessed day and keep watching the news, because everything is about to fall in place.